All right, I just got my battery terminals from Drop-in Hertz Car Audio. They're solid copper. You can see that I've already touched them and stained it already, but I'll just get a scuff pad and clean it right up. Uh, they are from Toolmaker. One of them says positive, one of them says negative. I don't plan on using them for uh, mounting them to my batteries. I'm actually gonna mount it to my alternator. Well, I've never seen an alternator with two positive terminals, but I don't like the fact that I'm forced to put all of my all of my terminals on a single post like this, and I'm sure some of y'all don't either. So my plan is to actually thread this hole here to the same threads as that post on the alternator, and mount it up. And I've done one already. I've got one right here that's already mounted up. I originally had tried to make this plate go vertical up and down. I got it off. I had done it off of this alternator, and it ended up being up and down, but the plate was sticking up on this side. I wanted it to be on the lower side, and I had this other MacMan alternator. They're both 270s, and it just so happened to go sideways, and that's better than it sticking straight up. That way, now I have 6 points to be able to mount my cables. I didn't want to. I think might have been limited to 2. This is the ground post, and I think it had the same amount. The same amount would fit on the positive terminal. So I didn't want to limit myself to 2. And what I plan on doing is running 3 alternators, 2 stock ones, and this 270. I don't need to run the other 270 yet. So this was my plan, and it actually kind of sort of worked, other than it being vertical up and down. And I still have this other plate that I haven't threaded yet, and I'm just gonna actually turn the tap 180 degrees from where I did this one, and do it on this one, and hopefully I can have it vertical on this one. The studs aren't exactly the same, because on this alternator, like I told you, it was vertical, and on this one it's actually horizontal. So I'm actually going to use this alternator just because it has the plate out of the way more than this one did, and hopefully I get lucky and this one's vertical, and I might switch it out. I don't know. Yeah, this one looks pretty good now. I have this piece of foam that's sticky on one side, and this plate is heavier than I thought, and I just wanted to have a little bit of bracing. I'm going to try to have my wires to where they're not pulling on this plate, actually even pushing up on this plate to support it, because it is heavy, and I'm not worried about breaking that stud on the alternator because they are replaceable. They just screw right off, and actually you can get an upgraded one, or upgraded stud from MacMan, and I have a copper one. I haven't taken off the side where it's sticky yet. I just want to make sure that it's fine. I already tightened down this as much as it could, and the nut as much as it could. And the reason I threaded it, I know some people would be like, well, how come you don't just drill it big enough to where the hole will allow the stud to go through and just tighten it that way. Yeah, it'll be fine. The benefit with this one is that not only is it touching back there, but all those threads that are in contact from this plate to that stud, and now this nut to this plate are making contact. Then if you had it without the plate being threaded, you would just have this side over here and this side right here. There's more contact that the plate has with that stud now. That's the benefit. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I have more mounting points. And my girlfriend actually gave me an idea of actually cutting the plate here to support, or not to support, to help it relieve or take off some of the weight, so this doesn't stress as much. And I thought about it, and if what I could do is what she said, she had a really good idea, is actually I don't know how I could make this sink in there as well as they did here. I don't have a CNC machine, but actually drilling a hole here to be able to support the this nut here, and sinking in a little bit, and then making, of course, a hole for this stud here, and that way you could use just 2 points. You'll have 2 points to mount on here, and these bolts are kind of short. They would only support one lug, and you probably could get 2 on there, but once you tighten it, you'll probably strip that plate. And I think they'll be all right with 1 lug. They should have put like a 5/8 bolt, not a 1/2 inch. I'm pretty sure this is like a 1/2 inch. You don't have to do this with copper. Of course, they make aluminum versions, and they actually have a 5 lug and a 7 lug version. They don't have a 6 lug like this one. They have one where this the hole is offset over here, and then there's another bolt here to get another lug. I think this is a good idea. They should actually advertise that you can also put these on your alternator. That way you can run more runs off of it and not have to deal with this. I hate that. I don't like it. Other than that, hope you guys got an idea. Maybe you didn't even think about doing this. And yeah, hopefully I get to have my system up and ready by next year. I know I don't have any bass videos, but no videos of bass recently. But there you go, just an idea to give you guys. Maybe you never thought about it before, and you can get the aluminum versions. I think they're for $33 or $34 on Dropping Hertz Car Audio for the 5 lug version. And I honestly think the 5 lug version is more than enough, especially if you're going to run 2 or more alternators. If you have 2 of them, which they come in pairs, that's already 10 spots instead of just 2 from a single alternator. So yeah, there you go.